It's prediction time. UFC 247. I'm going to give you my thoughts on the main event and co-main event. Let's get to it. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Myles. I've fought 14 plus times with the UFC. I've been on 2 seasons of The Ultimate Fighter. And today I want to talk to you about UFC 247. Jones versus Reyes. On paper, to me, I feel like this should be called underdog versus champions, because the co-main event and the main event, on paper, I think are huge mismatches. I feel like Jones is the best ever, and Valentina Shevchenko, she's right up there with them. Their opponents, Dominic Reyes and Katlyn Chookagian, are coming in this fight looking for some huge upsets. Let's start with the co-main event. Valentina Shevchenko versus Katlyn Chookagian. Valentina Shevchenko is coming off of 2 huge wins. She's coming off of a big dominant performance over Liz Kamaruch and also a knockout over Jessica Eye. On paper, this is a huge mismatch. Shevchenko is just a beast, all-around beast. I mean, her only losses in the UFC are to Amanda Nunes, who could be pound for pound considered the best female fighter ever. Valentina has awesome striking. I mean, she can kick you, she can punch you, she's in and out, she's huge for the weight class, comes in shape, and honestly, she travels around the world and she trains and she's constantly getting better. You can tell that she really wants this, and she's dedicated her whole life to this. And that's probably why, a big reason, that she's a defending UFC champion. Katlyn Chookagian, on the other hand, scrappy, long, has really good distance, can kick you, punch you, trains with a great team, and is coming to fight. Katlyn's best chances of winning this fight are just keeping range, making Valentina swing and miss, and just moving, sticking. That's her best chances of winning this fight. Other than that, I don't really see her doing too much more to Valentina. My prediction for this fight is Valentina winning by decision. I think Katlyn's super tough, but I think Valentina is going to be too much. Too much striking for her, too much clinching for her, just all around too much power and too much experience. With the return of the GOAT, Jon Jones. Jon Jones is, in my opinion, the greatest fighter ever. I mean, this guy has defended his title multiple times. He's got submission wins over Lyoto Machida. He's got 2 victories over Daniel Cormier. One is a vicious head kick knockout. He's beaten contender after contender after contender. This is a guy that is taking on every challenge and not only beaten them, but has also beaten them very impressively. On the other side of the table, you have Dominic Reyes, who's an upcoming fighter who's undefeated in the UFC, and his biggest win to this date is Chris Weidman, a former UFC champion. On paper, this is a huge mismatch in my opinion. Jon Jones is just light years ahead of Dominic Reyes on paper. I feel like Jones has so many tools to win this fight. Dominic Reyes, in my opinion, he's super gifted, he's super athletic, he's got very good punches, power, and he's actually a decent counter striker. I feel like his best weapon, Dominic Reyes, is his confidence and his tenacity. For Dominic Reyes to win this fight, he really has to catch Jon Jones with his punches. I mean, other than that, I don't see Dominic Reyes posing much of a threat. He's a big puncher, he's got knockout power, but besides that, he doesn't really compare to Jon Jones. Jon Jones, on the other hand, man, this guy can submit you, he can knock you out, he can elbow you, he can kick you, he can take you down, he can do all the above. And that's going to give Dominic Reyes trouble in this fight. I feel like it's a huge mismatch again, and I see Jon Jones TKOing Dominic Reyes in the 4th round. I think Dominic Reyes is going to put up a good fight, a good scrap, he's confident, but I feel like as the fight goes longer, he's just going to continue breaking down, and Jones is going to come away with the victory. Those are my predictions. I feel like it's going to be a great night just because everybody wants to see if those champions are going to hold those belts, if those underdogs are going to upset the champions or not. That's what makes this night so exciting. Even though there's mismatches on paper, this is the fight game and anything can happen. So I'm interested to see what happens. Let me know what your comments are, who you guys are picking and how. And don't forget, smash that like button and subscribe. See you guys next time.